Okay. Good day. So this is going to be a computer basic tutorial. So in this tutorial, we will get a basic idea of what a computer is. More importantly, we will understand some basic terms. These terms will help us to understand computer more. When we go into further topics, we will understand uh, better if we know these terms. So let us start off. So what you see here are the parts of the computer. So we have a monitor over here. That's a screen. Then we have a keyboard over here. And this is the touchpad, which we use to control our mouse pointer. And here we will be having the USB ports. Those are the ports where you can plug in, say, a memory card stick and use it. Or if you want a mouse, you can connect it there and use it. If you have a printer, again, the USB's port is where you connect it. And every laptop will have at least 3 USB ports. This is the basic of a computer. Now we'll look at some terms and we'll see. First term is desktop. So this initial screen that you see, that is a desktop. This is my desktop. Okay. Oh. So we will proceed to the next term. We are going to see about the contents of the desktop. What are all there on the desktop? We're going to take a look at it. The first, icons. These little pictures here are called icons. You can see that I have some icons on my desktop. Icon is a general term. Like, for example, we say solid. Solid is a general term. Wood is solid, a stone is solid, a piece of iron is solid. But when we want to just say, without specifying what kind of solid it is, we say solid. So like that, this is an icon. There could be different kinds of icons. Okay, the small pictures here are called icons. This background picture here is called wallpaper. You can change the wallpaper to whichever picture you like. Now let's continue with the next term. Taskbar. This bar is called the taskbar. Now, here, the bottom bar, which is here, is my taskbar. Okay, you can see that there are so many things here. We'll look at some of those things. So, the next thing is a start menu. The window symbol over here is a start menu. In my desktop, this is a start menu. When you click on the start menu, you will be able to access the different apps over here. So that is a start menu. Okay. Proceeding further, we see the search bar. So in my desktop, this is the search bar. Search bar is for searching any items. Supposing you have saved something in your computer and you forgot where it is, you can search for it. I will now show you how to search. Look at here, there is a file called sometext.txt. This is file, some text. Now let's imagine that it is somewhere inside and I forgot where it is. What I can do is I can go to the search and I can just type 3 SOM, 3 alphabets itself, and it will show me where it is. I can open the file from here. Or if I put my mouse over here, it will show me where it is on desktop. You can see that there is a thing coming up there, and then you can see that it's on the desktop. So that is what search is used for. The next thing that we will see is information. This is the information panel over here. You can see that my battery information is given here. This is the speaker. So volume information which is here. I'll be able to control the volume if I click on this. And then I have my connectivity. I'm connected to Wi-Fi, and there's the time over here. There are more things inside this. If you want, we can hit this arrow and see the other items that are inside this. So this is the information bar. Now we look at what a window is. What is a window? This box here is a window. Basically, anything you open up on your computer is a window. This PDF file that I've opened up is also a window. So for example, this file, if I'm opening it up, this is a window. Typically, a window will have a menu. It may have pardon me, other items here based on what window is opening. But typically, it will have one title, menu, and controls here. These will be there on every window. So this basically, this is to minimize the window onto your taskbar. If I click this, it is minimized here. So I can click it and it will open up. I can minimize by just clicking on this item itself. It is minimized, it is open. This is to maximize it. Now it is being maximized. Again, if I click on it, it will become small. And this, of course, is for closing. Okay. So that is a window. Now we'll go further and we will see. File. File is basically anything that we create on our computer. If we type some text and save it, that's a text file. If we have an image, that's an image file. If you record an audio and save it, it's an audio file. And if you record a video and save it, it's a video file. So there could be different types of files. Let me show you. In my desktop here, this is a text file. If I open it, I can see some text written here. This here is an image file. If I open it, I will see a picture. Okay. So these are files. Now let's proceed to the next item, which is folder. Folder is basically a box in which we can keep files. For example, this box here is a folder. If I double click on it, it opens up. So you can see that it is empty here. It has nothing inside. I can keep anything I want inside this folder. So this is a folder. Okay, now I have closed it. Now let's go down. Operating system. Now, every computer needs an operating system to work on. If there is no operating system, we cannot work on this computer. When we buy a laptop from a shop, usually nowadays, they install the operating system and they give us so that we can take it home and start working on it immediately. Some shops will also sell the laptops without installing the operating system. Now, operating systems, there are many operating systems. Windows is one operating system. Android is an operating system. Mac, Apple's operating system. iPhone products are released by Mac. So that company has a Mac operating system. And we have another operating system called Linux. And there are many other operating systems. So if you are a person who wants to buy a computer and you want to install some other operating system of your liking, you can buy a laptop which has no operating system on it and install your own operating system. Most people use Windows operating system. That's like a standard all over the world. So many shops are selling with Windows operating system. So your computer and my computer, your laptop and my laptop are all Windows. So this is basically Windows operating system. There are different versions of Windows operating system. Right from beginning, in the beginning, it used to be named after the year. In 1995, the Windows operating system came out, which is called Windows 95. Then in 2001 came out, which is called Windows 2000. Then they started naming it on some other basis. So now they call it Windows 8, Windows XP. So the current version is Windows 10. Windows 10 is what people are using. It's Windows 10 is what is there on my system as well as your laptop. But nowadays there is Windows 11 also is coming up. That's the latest version. Windows 11 is the latest version. So that is the operating system. All right. So next we will see apps or software. So remember I told you this is a text file. So anything that you create and save on your computer is a file. But what you use to create that is a software or an app. For creating this text file, I use an app called Notepad. So when I open this text file, it will open Notepad. When I open this text file, it is opening Notepad because that is the software I used to create this file. Now, if you want to open Notepad, I can come on this search and say Note. See, Notepad is opened. Now I'll click it and this is Notepad. I can write something. This is a new file and I can save it. Save. When I save it, it will ask me where I should save it. First of all, this window is asking me where I should save it. I can say it is right now. We can see that it is on desktop. If we look at this place, we will see right now where we are. We are on the desktop. Okay, I want to save it on the desktop. Then here it is asking me what name should I save it in. Let me name it Subbu. Okay, so Subbu, I name the file Subbu and then I'm going to save. And when I close it, you see that here is a new file created. It is called Subbu. So this is how you create a file. I create a text file. I can create image file if I open another app. To create a video file, I need to open another app. To create audio file, I need to open another app. So for each thing, we have different apps. Another thing is, we already saw what operating system is. The operating system has some apps already installed on it. This Notepad is an app that is already installed on the OS. And your for drawing image, you already have an app installed which is called Paint. Microsoft Paint. You can use that to draw image. So there are certain apps that are already installed along with the OS. But there are other apps that doesn't come along with the OS. We need to separately install it. For example, our Word, Microsoft Word, and Microsoft Excel, these are all apps that doesn't come with the operating system. We need to install it. Pardon me. We need to install it separately. Now, sometimes you might wonder, when I bought my laptop, Microsoft Word was already there in it. That's because the shopkeeper had installed it on your laptop. If he had just simply installed the operating system and given to you, you won't have Word in that. He installed operating system and then he also installed Word and gave it to you. So now you have Word in your computer. If there is any other software that you want, which is not there on your computer, we can download it from the internet and install it. So we saw what apps is. Now we'll see an important thing. It's called copy, cut, paste. Cut, copy, and paste. This functionality is used to copy files or cut files. We'll see what that is. The shortcut for cut is Ctrl plus X. Copy is Ctrl plus C. On your keyboard, you have Ctrl, you press that and C, and whatever you have selected will get copied. Control and V, if you press, whatever you have copied will be pasted there. So now I'll show you a demonstration of it. Now, in my desktop, I have a folder. Okay. So this is my folder. And this folder is empty. I want to copy this file into this folder. How do I do that? I can do that in two ways. One is select this folder and I can say copy. Okay, that is keyboard shortcut, as I told you, is Control plus C. So pressing Control and C together, I would have copied it. I have copied it using Control and C. Now I have to click into my folder, and the shortcut for pasting is Control and V. So if I press Control and press V, the file from there is copied here. Okay. Now, instead of using the shortcut, I can also right click on this file and say copy. Click on this and then come here and I say right click on it and say paste. And the file will come here. This copy paste is one method of doing it. There is another method of doing it. See, this file, if I, okay, I'll explain what cut is also, and then we will go into that. Second method of doing it. Cut means if I select this file and say cut, either by Control C or right click Control X or right click and say cut. When I do that, you see what happened here? This became blur. Now I go here and I right click and say paste. Notice what has happened? This file came from there to here. It was moved. Previously, there was a copy there and there was a copy here. But when we did cut, it just moves from there. It's no longer exists here on desktop. It is inside this folder. This is called cut. Okay. Now I told you that there's a different way of copying or cutting. So for cutting, the next method is you can simply drag this and keep it out. If I just select this file and drag it and keep it out, the file is already moved. It has come here. Cut. Cutting has happened. But if you want to only copy it, you don't want to cut it, then you have to press Control and drag it. As already you can see that it's saying copy to the folder when message is coming. Now you leave all the keyboard keys and then it is there. So dragging and dropping, I'll show you what is dragging and dropping again. This file is selected. Now on your touchpad, there is a right click button. Click on that. Now drag your mouse pointer outside. Now take your hand off from both the button and the mouse trackpad. And it will paste it. Now already there's a file there, so it's asking me whether I should replace it. Already the same file is here, so it is asking me whether I should replace it. I'm going to just say, close this window, I'm going to ignore it. Okay, so this is copy and paste. Now we'll move on to the next session. Shortcut. What is a shortcut? Shortcut is a shortcut to one particular file. You can see icons here, as I told you in the beginning. But if you look at this icon, you will see a difference. This icon and this icon, let us compare these two. We can see a difference here. The difference is this icon has a arrow, but this doesn't. This icon has an arrow, this icon has an arrow, all these icons have an arrow. This doesn't have an arrow, this does not have an arrow. Folders will not have an arrow, so you can ignore it. And this picture also does not have an arrow. What is the difference? When you see an arrow, that's a shortcut, which means this is not the real file. The real file is somewhere else. This is just a shortcut pointing to that. Now, I will show you how to create a shortcut. For example, this Subbu text. I'm opening it. I'll show you what is inside. This is a new file. Okay. I'm closing it. Now I'm going to create a shortcut for this. Select this file, right click it, and say create shortcut. When I say create shortcut, we have shortcut created here. See, Subbu text shortcut. I can click on this one single click and I can rename it also. I can delete this shortcut here, this text. I can delete it. So now you see there's a Subbu.txt here. There's a Subbu.txt here. This doesn't have the arrow. This has the arrow. This is not the actual file. This is the actual file. This is just a shortcut. I can click on this and open the file. So that file will open. This file is opening up and I click on this. Now, what is the need for a shortcut? Let's say I have this file here, some text file. This is an important document. So I have saved this document on my desktop and someone else comes and uses my laptop and they accidentally delete this. So now that file is deleted. Okay. So what happens now? My file is gone. Okay. So if I keep anything on the desktop, there is a risk of that file being deleted by someone else. But if I have a shortcut, there is no problem. For example, I open this folder. I have created this shortcut for the Subbu file. I've created the shortcut for the Subbu file. And the original file is here, shortcut is here. Now I can take this file and keep it anywhere inside I want. For example, I open this folder and I just keep this file into that folder and I close it off. Now what has happened is my actual file called Subbu is inside another folder. What is on my desktop is only this shortcut. If someone deletes this shortcut by mistake, I can click on this and open the file. No problem. But if someone deletes this, I have no problem at all because my file is not got deleted. My file is still here. I can always create another shortcut and pull the shortcut out so that I can access them here. Okay. So this is the advantage of a shortcut. I can just keep a shortcut. But if the main file is deleted, for example, this file has been deleted, then there is no point in me having the shortcut here. It won't work because the original file which this shortcut is pointing to has been deleted. Okay. So this is what is shortcut. Okay. Now, we'll go on to the next topic, delete. There are three things in this: normal delete, shift delete, and restore. Now, deleting a file. We can delete a file using two methods. You select the file and on your keyboard there's a delete button. You click on it and the file is deleted. Otherwise, you can right click and say delete. Then the file will be deleted. There's also a third method. You can just drag it, and when the file is deleted, it's not actually deleted in normal delete. And you just simply click on delete or right click and delete it. It's not deleted, but it stays in this dustbin. It is called recycle bin. It stays here so that we can take it out anytime we want. Okay. So that's how it works. We can even go into this and delete it all. That will be a permanent delete of the file. Then you will not get it back. Okay. So now, if I want to delete this file, I told you, we can select this file, click on delete, or select this file, right click and select delete, or you can even drag it and put it into your recycle bin. This is the recycle bin. There are three ways of normal deleting. Okay, this is normal delete. Now let me show you. I'm going to delete this inside this text file. I'm going to delete now. Normal delete I'm going to do. Watch here. This recycle bin is empty. Okay, it looks empty. Now I'm going to select this file and I'm going to hit on the keyboard delete button. So this file is gone. At the same time, see here, this dustbin has been filled. You can see that it became full. Some paper has been thrown into this dustbin. So what has happened is the file has been sent to the recycle bin. So if you open recycle bin, this is our recycle bin. You see the text file is here. This is a recycle bin. Let me close everything and open once again. If I open this, this is a recycle bin and the text file is there. You can copy this text back. Supposing you by mistake delete a file, you can go to recycle bin and you can copy it back. Now I know that I have deleted from here, from this folder. This was my folder, the file was here, I by mistake deleted it. I can just click this, drag and keep it here. Okay. Now, once more I'll show you one more thing. One next option is restore. Suppose this file is there in the folder called my folder and I am deleting it. It came here. Okay. Now, so let's imagine that you deleted a file from somewhere in your computer. And you saw suddenly that this recycle bin is looking full. And you are wondering, I didn't throw anything into the dustbin. What is there in the dustbin? I want to check it. So you opened it and you saw this file is here. Oh, this is an important file. I need it. But the problem is I don't remember where I saved it first. I can always take it and keep it in my desktop or wherever I want. But I want it to go back to the original place from where I deleted it. How do I do that? We can just select this and say restore the selected item. Okay. So what happens is it goes back to this folder from where it was deleted. See, it's there in this folder. right? So this is called deleting. Now, I told you that in deleting, there's another thing called shift delete. See, normal delete and restore we have seen. We have shift delete. Shift delete means permanently deleting it. So this file, if I select and I right click on it and I go to delete, but I press shift and delete it, it will give me a message saying, are you sure you want to permanently delete this file? If you say yes, this will be permanently deleted. Now, it's not even there on the recycle bin. So you can't get that file back. That file is deleted permanently. So using shift delete, you can delete the file permanently. Shift delete, you can click on this, press shift and right click and press shift and click delete, or select this, press the shift button and the delete button on your keyboard, it will be shift deleted. This is permanent deletion. Now let's go to the next thing, which is extension. Extension is also an important thing. You see, after every file, there will be a dot and 3 text. See here, you have picture.jpg. If you go to another file, you will see the here. Okay, let me move it a bit so that you can see it. This file, okay. Now this file this is a big name, file name, but you have a dot and MP4. Okay, and our folder, if you open, this has a file name .txt. That dot 3 character that comes is called the extension. This extension will tell the computer what type of file this is. So when you see .txt file, the computer knows that this is a text file. And the computer knows that it has to use Notepad and open this file. Okay, so this is the extension. So now as we see here, there is txt extension for text. If it's an image, there's a JPG extension. If it's an audio file, there's an MP3 extension. And if it's a video file, there's an MP4 extension. And there are many other extensions depending on the type of file that we have. Okay, so this extension is very important and we should be very careful not to do anything to the extension. For example, this file is there. Okay, it's called sumtext.txt. Now supposing I rename it, if I just one click on it, the renaming option will come. And by mistake, I deleted that T here and I hit enter. Okay, and I say yes. So this file, now that you see the icon also has changed. The TX file, the computer does not know what it is. So if you double click on it, it will not open. It will say, I don't know what to open this with. I don't know which app I should use. Okay. And it will give you a list of apps. Which one I should use, it will ask us. Because it does not know which app to use. And we also may not know. So it's very important that we don't fiddle with the extension. Now in this case, I know it's a text file. So I can just click it and add that tape and hit enter, and you see that it will go back to its original text file. So now, if I open it, it will open correctly. Now here's another interesting thing. This is a JPEG file, right? JPG file. So if I open it, it will open with image viewer. Okay, and then we see the picture file. It's an image file. But if someone does some naughty thing, like they click on it and they rename this to TXT, and what happens is it will show as a text file. Okay. The computer is now thinking that it's a text file. So if I click on this, the computer will open it in Notepad. Now this is junk because the computer opened the image file using a Notepad, and what we see is a junk. Because we have given the txt extension, the computer is thinking this is a Notepad file, and it opened in Notepad, and we don't see an image, but we see junk. Okay. So only in the proper extension will it be able to open correctly. Now, since we know that this is a JPEG file, let's click it, and let's go here and delete the extension and say JPG and hit enter and confirm it. It comes back. Now if you open it, it will open correctly as an image. So extensions, we should be very careful while dealing with extension. Now we have two more sections in this video. One is this PC. Okay, let's see what this PC is. Now basically this PC is where everything is stored. In our computer, our storage system, storage area can be accessed using this PC. This desktop PC is all inside this PC actually. This is just a shortcut for us to see it outside. Now, how do I open this PC? I can open from start, but sometimes it won't be. In my place, it is not there in the start menu. So we can always search here. This, when I hit THI, this PC came up. So I can click on this and open this PC. I clicked on this and opened this PC. Now, I don't want to do this each time. I don't want to each time go and say, hey, search here this. I want it to be on my desktop. I have two options. One is I can have it on my desktop, or I can have it on my start menu. So from here directly, we cannot have it on our desktop. We can have it on a start menu. For that, we just need to right click and say pin to start. Now, after you say pin to start, when you click on start, you can see it here. It's here. So you can access this computer, this PC, anytime by going here and clicking on this. Let us say you don't want it there also. You want it directly on your desktop. So you can just access from here. We can simply drag this, click and drag this outside and leave it, and this PC comes here. So this is how you can bring this PC onto your desktop. So this PC is there now on your desktop. You can access anytime. Now let's go into this PC. This is how this PC looks. Now we'll go into the next session, which is called drive. Okay. So drive is basically our storage section. I have in my laptop one hard disk. So it is showing me this C drive as a hard disk. The hard disk is 237 GB in size, and I have used 127 GB in that. Now I have 127 GB free in that. Okay. Now this is my memory card. I have a memory card inserted into my laptop. So that is having 119 GB of space. In that 112 GB is free. So it's showing me these two. This is different. You can ignore this for the time being. This will not be there in every system. This might be there in all the systems. So this is called C drive and D drive. Sometimes people can have more than one hard disk on the inside the laptop. So there will be one C drive, there will be one D drive also. Okay, and they can have more than one if the laptop has space. If it's a computer, if it's not a laptop, if it's a computer, they can have multiple hard disks. C, D, E, F, anything they can have. Okay. So these are called the drives. Now the thing is, if we need to save anything, the computer has already given us some drives, some folders where you can save it. For example, we can save music in the music folder, picture in the picture folder, document in the document folder, and whatever we download video here and whatever we download from the download folder. But the folders are not actually here. These are all only shortcuts. Every folder, every file is inside this C drive. Okay. Again, listen, every folder, every file is inside this. All that you see on your desktop is a shortcut to this. For example, you can see our desktop over here. You can see recycle bin zoom. You can see all this trade tiger, like this icons you can see. You can see this folder that we created, my folder. You can see this picture. But actually, it's only showing this here. Where is the original of the desktop? Where is the desktop really? It's in C drive. And you go to users, and you go to admin, and then you see you have desktop over here. You see, those are the same files which are here. This is what is just being shown outside for you. Because each time you cannot come here inside. So it's shown. In the same way, if you want to save some documents, you have the document here. This is the shortcut. The real document folder, where is that? In my computer, you go to user, and you go to admin, and then you go to documents. This is the document folder. So it is so difficult to go inside and access. That is why the system has given you shortcuts over here, so you can directly access from here. This is the same file, same directory. It's a shortcut. Okay. Now, supposing you have gone in here, now once you go inside, the top thing is now gone. Then how do I go to documents? For that, they have also given shortcuts this side. So you can go to documents directly. So like that, you can go to downloads, you can go to music. Okay. So you can go to all that. Once again, I show you, those are all inside this C drive. Okay, what you see on the sides are only shortcuts. In the C drive, you go to admin, you have all that here. See pictures, music, downloads, document, everything is here. It's only the shortcuts that are being shown here so that it will be easy for us to access. So this only, this PC. So from the net, if you are downloading something, if you have downloaded a PDF file, it will by default come into your download section here in this folder. So you can just come to this PC and hit on downloads and your file will be there. Now from here you can copy it and keep it. If it's a PDF file, you want to keep it in your documents folder, you can just copy it and then you can come to this documents and then paste it here. If it's a picture that you have downloaded, okay, click on downloads. The picture will be here. You can select it and come to this picture folder and paste it here. So this is how you use this PC and drive. So we can have things inside your documents and you can have shortcuts outside here on your desktop for easy access. Let me show you one more thing before winding up this video. We'll go to this PC and we'll go to documents. So inside documents, I have a file. This is an audio file. Okay, it's an audio file. Supposing I want a shortcut for this on my desktop. As I showed you, I can just create a shortcut. And you see a shortcut has happened here. And I can use Control X, which is cutting it, Control X. And I can minimize this and click on my desktop and then say paste, Control V. So I have a shortcut for the audio file over here. And where is the original file? It's somewhere inside my documents. It's inside documents. but I can access this over here. And there's no problem if I delete it because my original file is not affected. But if I double click this, the audio starts playing. So that is the audio file. So I can delete this file. This is a shortcut file, so nothing happens to it with my original file. So from anywhere, we can create a shortcut and put it on our desktop for easy access. Okay. So that's it for this video. We will continue in our next video. There are certain other points that I need to explain to you for you to understand the basics. That will be on internet, how to access the internet and the browser. So with that, we'll end this video. Thank you very much. You can watch this video more than once to get completely an idea of what's going on. Thank you.